See the game more clearly with high-definition spectacle lenses from Norville Opticians.
Commiserations, Nick. A hard-fought game, just didn't come out on the right side.
Yeah, pretty frustrating at the end, I think. Like we did in the Edinburgh game, the Challenge Cup final, we know how to close the game out, and we just probably took our foot off the gas. A little bit too complacent towards the end. The way we play that game, you still need to carry hard into people and make sure each ruck is actually cleared out properly. So probably our own fault, legitimate turnover by them, and obviously then they did well to get the penalty advantage and the drop goal. So yeah, pretty frustrating.
You must look back to that 16, 19 point near advantage you had in the tail end of the first half.
Yeah, and I think there's a temptation to get dragged into playing the style of rugby that the French teams play, and we probably forced a couple of offloads, a couple of loose balls. They got one from, we made a break and knocked the ball on in contact, and winger picks it up, runs the length. So that probably summed up the game for us, just not really taking things under control. Plenty of opportunities for us, but not being clinical enough and finishing them off. And I think consistency is something that's probably haunted us throughout the season, really. But it's a stepping stone, and while we always want to strive to be better and achieve more, you've got to be happy probably from certainly how the season opened. That result against Northampton and where the squad's progressed to since then. I think we've got to take the positives out of that.
French pretty confrontational. The scrimmage was interesting. There's a fair bit of frustration from fans, I'm sure, and players like feeling concerned about what was going on there.
The scrum's always a bit of a lottery. I think certainly first half we felt we were on top in the scrum, and second half probably weren't as many opportunities to actually to impose that dominance. Then ref probably a bit frustrated with stuff that's going on. He puts two of our a prop from each side in the bin. He then warns me and the replacement tight head as well. So yeah, it's probably a frustrating area, and I think a bit of inconsistency last week as well against Connacht probably then carried over into this game. Not necessarily in terms of what we do, but certainly in terms of how the perception of our scrum and how that's taken into the game.
You're pretty well placed to assess where Gloucester are. Your career's been long and distinguished with the cherry and white. So how do you feel it's going now after this season, which has been very much one of restructuring, rebuilding?
For me, I've seen a lot of change. I've seen a lot of squads, some strong squads, some not so strong squads, and I really believe this squad is going somewhere. Not just the players themselves, but the setup behind it is fantastic, and everything's in place. And hopefully, it's a shame to be losing some of the players we're losing, but at the same time, we've got some real strength and depth hopefully coming in for next year, and to really take this squad forward. Everything's in place. It's just now taking that next step.
And how do you spend the next 4 weeks or so?
Fixing the body. I'm not quite sure how I put together 19 games this year, because my body's been I've been pretty unfortunate personally this year, so I'll be taking 4 weeks to make sure I'm right for a long pre-season.